Hey Hebrew fans, this is Todd. Let me go and pull this up on my phone so I can see your guys' comments. There it is, how to reassemble an arm. So somebody on Facebook said they have an issue that looks very similar to this one right here, where their arm is not connected and they can't get it back together. And female arms are really hard to get back together. So let me go ahead and show you guys how to do this. It's kind of one of those common crazy things. I remember the first time I did it, I don't have her sitting out anymore. I took a Bubble Power She-Ra and swapped out where her elbows are, so I could have the new white outfit that has the slits on the side with the old gauntlets and the old boots and stuff. And what was frustrating was, if I was a little smarter about it, I would have separated it at the bicep and just swapped them there. But no, I did it at the elbow, and what a pain that was. And I did it for my granddaughter She-Ra, and so my thumbs were killing me after that. But what I've learned is you want to use the corner of a countertop to do this. I don't have a countertop here at the corners. I have this plastic table here, so I wouldn't grab this weight from the other room. And I'll see if I can find a clean corner on here. This corner looks pretty good. It's a nice clean corner. And then a back of a screwdriver works great too for the other side. Or sometimes you want to use some pliers and make sure they're the non-marring kind of pliers. Now the bad part is you can't really squeeze it on with the pliers because it won't really line up right. So the trick to get this back on is one, you have to stretch it over this pin, and the pinhole is smaller than the button you're trying to put through it. So you need superheated water to do it. So I have my water here. I have my weight here to use as the corner of a countertop. Oh, now I'm dropping. Oh, I've been looking for this axe. I didn't realize I set it there. Well, now I can put my He-Man back up because I wanted to stick this axe in his hand before I put him back on display. There we go. I know you can't see him, but there he is. Dun, dun, dun. All right. Now, I'm going to actually use this figure right here to show the example so I can take it apart and put it back together and show you guys, as opposed to this hodgepodge figure. It's kind of hard with hodgepodge figure. You know what? Maybe I'll just try it anyway for fun. Because when you do a hodgepodge figure, the parts may be a different size than the original. So you know what? I'm going to actually not do it on this figure. I am going to do it on this figure right here so you guys can see from start to finish this poor headless figure. And I have my water right here, and I'm going to stick it in there. And taking it apart is pretty easy. It's the getting it back together that's the hard part. All right, let's go and let that sit. Let me look at your guys' comments while we're waiting. Let's see, Mike Fee's here. Mike, thanks for joining us. Leo X Rock is here too. Thanks for being here, man. I'm starting a diorama for my Frogman figure. Excellent. A Puppyplex showcase. Thanks for joining us. Hello to you as well. All right, let's see if that's got hot enough to pull it apart. And my fear is this water might cool down too quick to do this. So we'll see. So you can see now that I have it. It's pretty easy to pull apart. You just have to get it in there. There we go. And then you could pull the arm off. Now, again, the trick is you can see how small that hole is in there. It's a lot smaller than the plug that goes into the hole. So you have to get it so hot that it will actually stretch that out and put it back together. So I can feel right now it's already cooled off enough. It's not going to work to go back in there. So let me go ahead and drop this in here. I dropped it in the water. It's sitting down there, getting nice and warm. And you want to leave one side already connected. As you saw in there, one side is already connected. Do that first. Because if you try to do both sides at once, you will never get it. And it's quite the pain. Cobweb, hey all. Whose arm? Amber. So basically, somebody on Facebook had an issue, and so I tried to explain it to him using words, and I said, you know what, I'll just make a video just showing you how to do it. So there we go. So let's go ahead and see if that's gotten hot enough. Hopefully the bottom of the cup is hot enough to do this. And so now that I have that, I'm going to slide this arm back on. And now, if I just push, it's not going to work because you can see how far off the pin is. So I'm going to use the corner of this right here and literally set it on the corner to hold that pin in. And then sometimes I'll get lucky and can just push it into my hands depending on how hot it is. Nope, not this time. Ugh. So then you'll want to use the back of a screwdriver and just jam on it. Jam on it. It's kind of hard at this weird weight. Usually, like I said, I use the corner of a counter, which works way better. Oh. See, it's a pain to do. It's already cooled down. You got to stick it in there again. Yeah, like I said, the female arms are the hardest things to get back together once you pull them apart. So if you can find some other way to swap your parts besides the elbow, it's way better to do it. So think first before you take apart that elbow pin, because you'll be fighting it for quite a while. Just do not drill the hole bigger. Some people I know will try stuff like that, like drilling it bigger. That is the wrong way to go. Yeah, that is so tight. Okay. Switch this back over here. So looking at the hairs on my hands. Let me get that in there. Really close. Usually I do this in the bathroom counter, so it's a little easier. All right, starting to go in. You can do it. I also use these sometimes too to help push it in. That sometimes helps too. Just anything you can get to shove that plastic around. So I got it halfway. It's kind of mangled. I'm going to heat it up again. Again, it has to be super heated because it has to stretch so far. So again, I got that arm just sitting in there. It's half in. All right. Let's see now if I got it hot enough to finish the job. Look at that. Just jam it on this side too to make sure that it's all the way in there. I can't believe we got it back together. Hooray! So it may take a few times of heating it up and getting it back in there a number of times. Just be patient. If you use pliers, you may end up destroying it right here around the edges. So it just takes a lot of heat, superheated water, and then you can do it. All right, hopefully that helps. Yes, the small jewelry screwdrivers can help. Just be careful not to scratch or damage the part. You got to stretch it around. Let's see if I got a head to stick on her. It's funny, I got this box. This is my box of female parts that are just kind of and it's funny, I got a bunch of these left over. Right, it's funny, she's supposed to only have one of these arms that has this spiky band, but I stole the other ones for my where did I stick her? Here she is. For my Captain Glenn. So I wanted Captain Glenn to have the same armbands. So again, this was one of the swaps that I had to do. But I did it at the bicep level and not the elbow. So that made it a little easier. I think I might have had to do something on the elbow to make it work. Otherwise, this arm would be backwards. I think it was this one here actually I had to do the elbow swap. So there you go. So it's kind of funny. I put just both spiked hands on her. Of course, granted, she's not done. I got all these half figures that I stole parts on. What a mess. Anyway, lots of parts. Lots of Captain Glenn's left over from when I was doing all those Captain Glenn figures. Look, here is a head that I was trying to get the hair. I didn't care what happened to the actual head, but the hair was the important part for a custom. She used to look like that before I pulled her back of her head off. This was one of my Tila trying to fix the chin. It looks awful. It just did not work out at all. So it's now in the box. I got these cool cowboy boots from a figure to use for all my Western garbage I was working on, but they're the wrong size for Masters of the Universe. You can see the boot size difference. So I still had the figure it came from, but I haven't put the boots back on. Whoa! Almost dumped it. Anyway, so hopefully the guy on Facebook that wanted to see how to do that, hopefully you saw that. Again, use the corner of a counter to push the pin in on this side, and then we'll give you more leverage to use both your hands on the other side. That would be cool. I would like to have pinless ones too. Granted, I have to admit, if they first came pinless when you first got them, I would have been annoyed because you couldn't do as much customization. I wouldn't have known any better, but this was my horrible attempt at a Princess Leia head. It just was way too undetailed. Alright, well, I don't see a good head to put on her. I guess I could just put the Queen's head on her. Oh, well, she doesn't need a head. Alright, there we go. I did my task. I showed the elbow. That's what I was after. Yeah, it cost me some dollars and regret. Yes, Mike. The poor man's classic, aka Masterverse. Which is funny because Masterverse now is more expensive than Classics was when they first came out. So it's just kind of odd how that happened. Alright, I'll put my female body parts away. Oh, I still left some out. I forgot this. Used to be a She-Ra a long time ago. Now I got it stuck on there. Because obviously this is not She-Ra's forearm. It's the wrong skin tone. I guess I have to heat it up to even get it off. I own one classic figure, Tuscador. I bought him because... Oops. Let's see. Because I felt bad that Big Bad Toy Store still had them. I hope they do it like the first Deadpool movies. Alright, let's get her out of there. Now I can get that off there pretty easy. There we go. You know what? There's some silver right there. I'm guessing this was actually the body from the New Adventures She-Ra, not the original She-Ra. Because I wanted to use a She-Ra body with the New Adventures, so I think I pulled it off. And because the skin tone was too different. And I wanted it the same. I've got a Wonder Woman leg in here. Look at that. Wonder Woman. Oh, this is a prime piece right here. Alright, I will go ahead and end this video. Let's check out any further comments. Nope, no more. Alright, you guys, good journey, and hopefully that helps with trying to put the figures together. Facebook guy, if that helps you, let me know. And that's all I got. Bye now. Oh, don't forget to order $1 if you haven't done it yet. Order those $1 so they'll give us re-release some of the other figures like the Triclops and also Koldar. Am I saying his name right? Where are you, Koldar? Oh! I just dropped She-Ra. So hopefully they'll re-release those too. So that'd be cool. All right, that's all I got. Good journey.